Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Many times Niger Delta have been sidelined over so many things, but don't forget that vast majority of our GDP is gotten from that region. While the issue has come and gone, and Niger Delta have decided to react, and this time their voice is getting very loud over the fact that their ancestral land and their resources may be at stake, and they want the whole world to know that even if the government of the day are going to go through some certain means, but they are telling everyone who cares to listen that they have the means and they have the wherewithal to invite international bodies to look into this matter. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we do like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. The United Niger Delta Energy Development Security Strategy, UNDEDSS, has vowed to resist the federal government's move to amend the water resource bill with every iota of its might. This is coming barely 24 hours after the Minister of Communication and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, lampooned critics of the bill, saying they are ill-informed and insisting that the federal government will go ahead. This federal government of Nigeria must come to realize that no part of Nigeria is a conquered province, and that the insult heaped on the Niger Delta must end forthwith. The Niger Delta Coalition of Action Civil Society declared in a statement issued by UNDEDSS Secretary General Mr. Thony I. Uranta. For too long, our region has been the whipping dog of Nigeria, or rather, the whipping boy of Nigeria. The UNDEDSS statement reads, whenever any national leader wants to appear to be serious about the war against corruption, the focus is the Niger Delta, its governors, and so on. Then you will hear questions like, what have you used the 13% derivative for? Nobody asks what has been derived from the 87% that goes to the rest of the country, even though over 95% of the revenues come from our bastardized and despoliated waters and land. For example, recently the NDDC has come under unnecessary excessive fire, not because its corruption is worse, but because everybody seeks to sweep under the carpet the comparatively obscenely homogeneous amount being looted via the NNPC, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, the Northeast Developmental Commission, the CBN, the FIRS, to name but a few MDAs, being looted by parties close to Mr. President and the National Assembly leadership. That's very strong. While the UNDEDSS continues, we have said and will continue to say that we know the Niger Delta leaders are as corrupt as virtually all other leaders are, but we expect that what is good for the goose that lays the golden eggs for all must be good for the parasitic ganders that contribute next to nothing to the national GDP. Yet nobody listens to the region, not even our erstwhile friend, the new chief of staff. For now, to rub insult into our injuries, the federal government of Nigeria thinks we shall let it take over our ancestral waters and lands, asks a furious orator. They may rig the National Assembly, that's NASS, but we shall call on every ally within and outside the country to resist this diabolical amendment. Many forget how far-reaching our tentacles really are, inside and outside Nigeria, and may we never need to remind them. Mr. Uranta agonized that appointments are made onto bodies that exist ostensibly for the region's good without input from our key political, traditional or socio-cultural leaders, and even the NDDC still without input from our leaders, without input from our key political leaders, traditional or socio-cultural leaders. And if the NDDC still has board members who are not even remotely connected to the region, yet no Niger Delta is on, say the Southeast Development Commission, NEDC board, nor are strategically and adequately represented on the oil and gas bodies that owe more than 95% existence to the region. Enough is enough. UNDEDSS concluded by demanding that the federal government of Nigeria immediately implement the 16.2016 agreement between it and the region, as reached in several meetings between the president and both the UNDEDSS and PANDEF, led by Uranta and Chief Edwin Kiagbodo Clark, respectively. UNDEDSS warns that should the federal government not show a willingness before the end of 14 days from the debate of this statement to dynamically embrace the region via its leaders, it shall withdraw from the unilateral ceasefire in the region, which it helped broker, and lead the federal government to get itself out of the morass that will ensue. Wow. Now, this is strong. Don't forget that when it comes to Militant, Niger Delta Militant, they are another breed of their own. And I wouldn't want, we have enough in our hands already as a nation. We still have the Boko Haram in our hands. And then we are looking at those who are trying to secede out of the country. We're looking at indigenous people of Biafra who are also demanding that they should leave the country. And the Fulani herdsmen who are already ravaging the whole land. Now, if the Militant, don't forget, Militant don't even go further. They just go and destroy the pipeline. And don't forget, they don't destroy things. They go straight to the nerve center, the one that hosts the GDP of the nation, which is the oil and gas, the pipeline. If they go about destroying pipeline, Nigeria is gone. Don't forget, Nigeria is owing. Hey, we are seriously indebted, and most of the places where we are hoping to get our repayment schedules or repayment plans are actually coming from the oil, the exploration and exploitation of oil. Now, if that part is being blown up by the militia or Niger Delta Militant, then Nigeria is in a big mess. But let's see what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. And I think this time around, Niger Deltans are serious. Don't forget that it looks as if everybody's having a few days, since everybody has like Mohammed has said, is sacrosanct. Going by saying that the waterways and the rest, maybe they may misunderstanding Nigeria, misunderstanding the federal government. But Nigerian Delta youth are saying we don't need to understand the federal government. They are saying that they want the federal government to comply with the agreement held and the agreement they had in 2016 between the presidency and Clark, and of course the group secretary. And this is really a strong word, but let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. This one here is saying, good fearless talk. The leadership has toyed too long with our patience. Let them be ready for the eventuality. My humble opinion. This one here is saying, the only solution is divisions, whether we like it or not. Earlier, you people will realize that we are one Nigeria, the better for us. This one here say now morning, you people never see anything. Hausa Fulani will show you guys they are going to take over all the river in this country so that you can go fishing without permission. Pepe, this is serious. This one here is saying, in this country, we have 52 southern senators and 166 southern honorables, yet they cannot stand together and say one thing. We all will be here, claiming wise and educated, while the northerners will be there using our brains. Serious. This one here is saying, they, NASS, that's National Assembly members, are representing themselves. For their fee, any bill can be passed to law. PIB has refused to pass all these years because it will benefit South region. Nobody's interested in it. Bulldoze water resources bill through. Take over their water also. This is strong. This one here is saying the greedy Hausa Fulani thought dominating the ranks of army will bring down Southeast. It is the braves and brilliant that win war. We will win. We do not want to go that way. This one here say, let us get into their head. Let us get this into their head. As of those who voted into the Senate, House of Representatives, they are already waiting to receive tips in order to pass the bill. But that will be for their shame and regret. Blood shall flow. God forbid. I do not wish for any blood to flow. Please, let's see how we can settle this amicably. But now they're saying, now if the federal government is saying it's sacrosanct, the Niger Delta, because most of these waters are mostly found in Niger Delta region and southeast. Yes, Lagos, in fact, the southern parts are majorly blessed with this water we're talking about. That means vast majority of the southern part of the land will be taken, and it's as if this is Look, Roga was rejected, except if they try to explain to Nigeria. But forcefully making this to go into pass the bill to law, it makes it look, sinister. Why don't you, have a public opinion, public debate, bring stakeholders involved, let it be a public hearing, bring stakeholders, educate them. Maybe they are misunderstanding you, educate them. But if you're not going to make it public hearing and you don't want to educate the stakeholders, by all means, they will always read meanings to it, because over time Nigerians have stayed and watched things that they think was normal to become abnormal. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's the take with this new threat? These young men are giving, they're giving the federal government 14 days to visit the 2016 agreement they had, or else they will unleash the militia they had. Don't forget also what the Niger Delta militants can do on a very fine day. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. Do you think the federal government will give them hearing, or do you think it's one of those threats that we get to hear every other time? Let's interact. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel.